Hi, my name is Phil Metzger, and this is my Better World Tours Southwest trip. This trip is brought to you by Better World Tours, but more to come on that later. My girlfriend and I wanted to take a trip out west for her 30th birthday, so we called on Better World Tours and their staff for a travel plan. Wanting to combine breathtaking scenery, a road trip, and a little bit of family, we decided to take a flight from New York to Phoenix, and our stops included Tucson, Sedona, Joshua Tree National Park, Santa Barbara, and one last drive down the southern coast to fly back out of LAX. After a kickoff celebratory drink, we made the flight from New York to Phoenix. The first leg was from Phoenix, Arizona to Tucson. There we met up for a very special celebration of life for my girlfriend's father who had passed away late last year. Catherine's father spent much of his life in Tucson, and we wanted to experience the beautiful scenery that drew him to this beautiful city. The desert was beautiful, the food was amazing, and the time spent with family was a joy and comfort as we received a front row view to the scenery and life her father enjoyed so much. I want to send a great amount of thanks to Rick and Jane for hosting us and showing us what this desert city has to offer. As with all of our destinations, we could have spent the entire 8-day trip in Tucson, but a much delayed trip to Sedona was next on our list. We were taken to pick up our rental car. By the way, our rental car was only $29 a day, even when planning to return it to a different location in a different state. Anyways, so off we went. The drive was beautiful, and holy cow, you can't even pass up the rest stops out here. The total trip from Tucson to Sedona was about 4 hours, and the drive was breathtaking. Never have I been so captivated by a place and immediately felt a connection like I did with Sedona, a little town of approximately 10,000 residents and considered one of the most beautiful places on earth. Every 10 feet I would walk would seem like a new, beautiful landscape. My girlfriend had said she had seen me very happy many times before, but never had I presented such a genuine smile as when I was in Sedona. Just having one day there, we were able to experience a magnificent dinner at sunset, a little bit of the nightlife, which is very reasonably priced as were all area activities, a morning walk around town, and the highlight of Sedona, a hike recommended by Better World Tours to Cathedral Rock. The hike took a total of about 2 hours. I'll let some of the videos and images try to depict how spectacular this place really was. With my eyes slightly gazed over as the beautiful rock formations became smaller in the background, we headed to our next destination and stopped for the night, Joshua Tree National Park. There are two main entrances to the national park, but after weighing our options we decided on the 29 Palms entrance to Joshua Tree. This dictated our route, and I was able to check off a thrill I had always wanted to experience, driving west through the desert at sunset. After racing some trains and time spent driving through various landscapes, we arrived to Joshua Tree as the last light of the day faded behind the wavy desert horizon. The next morning we drove into Joshua Tree National Park, where a park ranger gave us some great advice. Since we had never been to Joshua Tree and only had a limited amount of time that day, we should just drive the roads, stopping only when inspired. Joshua Tree has multiple ecosystems, and after learning about the diversity, we were slightly sad that we were only going to get to interact with a small piece of the park. But we did have a lot of fun. Our last stop was Santa Barbara. The drive from Joshua Tree brought a completely new vibe as we clearly re-entered human civilization. We were able to steer north of downtown Los Angeles, but the people and cars became very abundant and you could start to smell the ocean air. As we pulled into Santa Barbara, we were greeted by the weather that would accompany us for the rest of the trip, which is the same weather they always get in Santa Barbara, California. In fact, the average temperature only changes by 12 degrees throughout the year, from a high of 65 degrees in the winter and 77 degrees in the summer. While in Santa Barbara, we had a great stay. We were able to go see a concert at the beautiful Arlington Theater to go see Hozier. We spent our mornings relaxing, enjoying great food. All of the city is walkable, and again, amazing food and drinks. We had some cookouts, some time on the beach, and best of all, some great people, some great company. The last part was my personal coup de grace. In-N-Out burger. And then, one last view of the beautiful Pacific coast, and it was off to LAX to return the car and get on the flight back home. So why did I put this together for Better World Tours? Last year, Alycea and her team put together a family reunion that took us to several destinations in Ireland, which included a very customized itinerary. We even got to see the birth and burial place of family members from centuries ago. After completing that trip, I knew I wanted some additional help planning my desert and West Coast adventure, and Alycea and Better World Tours were the people to call. After thanking Alycea for another wonderful trip, this time out west, I wanted to do more. I asked her if she would be interested in using my skills of storytelling and editing, so that's why I bring you this today. One last thanks to Better World Tours, and with heavy anticipation on my part, we will be documenting many more trips. Thanks, Alycea, and thanks to the Better World Tours crew for all your hard work on our special vacation.